Alright, welcome back. Today we are working on a scroll JavaScript fade. Basically what this one does is as you scroll down a page, it will fade in and out the elements and give you like a kind of a cool effect as you scroll. So we'll start off with the HTML and I'll just paste it in and then I'll talk about it because it'll take me ages to type all this in. So we have a container that holds all of our fade and fade out elements, and then we have each of these divs which we will give a style in a minute to make them into like little boxes. So that is our HTML part of this, and I'll just save and reload this so you can see what it looks like here. Scroll.js fade, and we have all our elements which are not formatted just yet, and then we will add our CSS in here. I'm just going to add this all in the one document as it makes it easier to edit. So then we have this fade class, which is our first class on this element here, which has a margin of 50 and a padding of 50 and just has a light green background, and its transition is set to change opacity with 0.7 millisecond animation, and it uses an ease in. And then we have our fade out with opacity 0 and fade in with opacity 1. So if we save this now, I don't think it actually will do anything. We'll just check. Our elements have disappeared for some reason. Where have our elements gone? I actually don't know. I will pause and check. I know why. Because everything has the fade out class, which is opacity 0. So everything is faded out and it looks like we have nothing in our document. That's very confusing. All right, now we're going to add our JavaScript section of this, which is a little bit of JavaScript that kind of watches our elements in the document and fades them and in and out depending on where they are on the screen. So we're going to add JavaScript. Usually you can add it either in the header or in the body of your document. I think this one we are safe to add in the body at the bottom. So we'll just add a script. And then we're going to paste in our JavaScript. I did not actually originally write this JavaScript, but I'm just going to talk through it and say how it kind of works as far as I can see. So we have a observer options, and then we have the root margin 0 and threshold 0.7, and then it has a function which has observer callback, and it kind of goes through each entry here for each, and then it checks what the class is, and it will replace the fade in and fade out, and then it will swap them. So it kind of goes, oh, if it finds this and it is intersecting, then it will fade one in and fade the other one out. And I haven't actually tested if this works locally. Hopefully it does, otherwise this is a bit of a failed tutorial, isn't it? Not that it's a tutorial, I'm just talking through the code. So, and then we have an observer which uses its callbacks, and then for each it sits there and watches the document query selector, all with the class of fade in it. So I'll just save this and reload and see if it actually does anything now. Alright, you can see how now all these elements here are green and they have the margin, and as we scroll it actually does go and fade them in, which is like a nice effect. And then if we scroll back up, because they're out of the display, you can see that it's scrolling and fading them back in. So that is actually quite a nice effect, but the only problem is if you have JavaScript disabled on your browser, then everything will be faded out and you won't be able to see it. But it is quite a nice effect. You can apply this to elements quite easily, as you've seen from this code. So just paste this script in, paste in this, and make sure you have your style here. I'll probably put a link to the code in the description, and yes, that is our scroll.js fade. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.